Hello everyone, and today we're going to be covering a few different patch notes. Some are going to critique to the PC betas. So if you're here and you're watching this post, which will actually get this nice little intro because about 30 seconds of this is usually cut off as it's processing since it's 4K, and we'll probably end up doing about 40 minutes of a patch note. So set yourself down, we're going to have a lot of cool stuff that we're going to cover. PC definitely will be with it as we cover the 1.52.1 as well as the 0.2 that goes along with the variation of the 1.52 updates and the situationable rollout that they have for PC and for the stream people that actually were able to showcase this that are actually pretty cool on the Steam network, which is kind of something that they reached out to with. So let's go ahead and start this. This is going to cut the audio for the PlayStation instantly. It's going to be my voice. But instantaneously, we're going to go ahead and see that it's going to hopefully trigger. If not, I'm going to have to go ahead and start this, and then it should hopefully trigger. There we go. So go ahead and look at that update. See what that is. It's not too bad, actually. That's a very nominal update. That's like pretty like little. Just a tiny little patch. Which the last one that was huge was like almost like 5 gigs. So this is just like being able to understand what's going down. Now I'm gonna go ahead and quickly just kick the audio on so I don't have to deal with that later on. And we can just let it chill on No Man's Sky as it updates, and it says, oh hey, by the way, you really can't do anything now until like, oh wait, you updated. Yeah, because it was that fast and that small for the PS4 users now, but eventually I'm assuming for the 0.1 and 0.2 users that are there. Now let's updating file. I had to cover Detroit too, so I'll be just covering Detroit next, right after this, after a Fallout in between stream, because I'm gonna have to check up on Alex. I do Fallout shelters, but this is patch notes and this is M7 news as we cover the No Man's Sky next updates. So as we let that copy over and do whatever it's doing to like the major update, seems like it's like more of a unzip file. It was just like, yeah, I was there the whole damn time. Let's go ahead and dig into the patch notes. This is what you're here for, so let's get to it. So as we can see, we have a variation of 3. Now, one of the big things that was brought to my attention that I saw, and I'm going to bring it really fast, was the Reddit posts. And the Reddit post that basically said the blueprint analyzer was a problem. If you had your old save and you were trying to find like that situation where you can expand, it was a problem. It's also a problem with trying to like relocate your base with the actual terminal. That was fixed. Freighters in the economical points, that was fixed. So there was just this one highlight I wanted to kind of put down to the point. But let's get down to the physical patch note as I go into the retail of what the details are on the stock shelf that we're going to pull down off of this. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start. Now, Hello Gaming is always very hello to everyone, as you can see, as they give you the breakdown as they release everything up there in the little top portion. Now, if you look down on here, it's going to basically detail what we went over in the last one, which is pretty much everything except for maybe I think 1 or 2 different more, because I remember it being a little shorter than that. I'll have to reference that into my old patch notes. But looking at this, it fixes an issue that restores the games for some players that are partial repaired tech. Now, I think that might have happened to me because mine kept like crashing, and I was watching like a whole bunch of videos on this too, where a person covered the same exact patch notes, and it detailed almost exactly that the game kept crashing. So this should definitely fix it. Like where exactly it went live at 5 this morning, which I'm about like roughly about 7 hours behind that cusp. You can see that we're looking at like hopefully better saves and better days for everyone. If you're still experiencing that too, that I experienced, definitely drop a comment. I would like to know, as well. I will be testing this in a second as we look at the Great Mayan Temple that I'm starting to build. Literally, it's hella funny. But we fixed, as Hello Gaming says, we fixed a issue where players who had partially repaired a piece of broken technology would have an incorrect item in the repairable interaction. So that's not fun. You're stuck with an item. So hopefully that didn't happen to me personally. Now maybe it happened to others, and if so, then let me know your case. I'd like to know that. Fixed an issue where players were in underwater bases and wrong um, animations. So I mean, like, that's kind of interesting. I'd really be interested to see that too. Now the install is done. It only took roughly about like I'd say a few minutes as we went live. I usually try to like start them exactly when I go live, just so I can see what the interaction is and downtime is, to kind of speak. Now my internet download time, that's something different. It's really fast. So install time seemed like it took a little bit. So let's see if we can go past the water bases. It's fixed an issue where freighters were incorrectly report that they didn't have enough warp fuel. So that is an issue when you're trying to warp around the universe. So they did fix a lot of the freighter bugs, and that was detailed from what I had actually seen. Now I'm really interested to get into the PC side of what they're working on in the next portion of the mini updates that we'll be getting, because this is exactly what ends up happening. Just like they did in Atlas Rises, they were able to showcase a rolling updates, and then after the weeks after the stabilization hit, they were able to dial in more of like a weekly basis, every Tuesday update, and kind of fixed it, bugs, issues. But for right now, we're just like on like their call to just listen to the community and like, you know, really be able to fix the issue. So if you do have an issue, like reach out to them. Like it's really cool how they have this like situation that you can say submit a bug report at the very end of this. So it's like it also fixed an issue where a crash in the base building system. Now maybe that might have been mine too as well. Mine was like kind of bugging out too, so this could have been incorporation with saves and bugging out on the base building. Improves the garbage collection and reduces the memory footprint on the physics. So I'm assuming that again it's not pushing the PlayStation as hard, because like mine isn't as bad, but I can imagine just the regular PlayStations themselves kind of huffing and puffing now with like the updates that I have, because it's almost like a 20 gig install now. I haven't really looked at the nitty gritty, which we can kind of look at if we want to. To prevent an occasional crash in the animation, that's kind of cool. I hope that would not happen a lot. Reduces the memory footprint for the planetary texturing from space. So it's probably then again slowing down the PS4, so it is able to process a lot better. PlayStation 4 only. Now this is kind of cool. Resolves a. This is probably the new one, because I don't remember this being there in the last one. It resolves some stability issues seen in specific time zones. Very interesting. So it's like a certain time of day there was something going down. So if that happened to you, reach out, drop a comment. I would like to know. Let's go ahead and go to the numerical order of going to the patches, which is going to showcase now for the PC users is the 1.52.1. Now, I'm assuming that if you're on Steam and you're already on the portion of like reaching out to like Hello Gaming, I'm sure they have like given like a lot of like you guys and gals like the foot clip notes before it hits. But if you're just sitting there kicking back and wanna let me just read along, then you definitely have that choice. And as we look into it, or just read along, you know, that's the fun situation of what I can actually try to showcase and kind of learn too, because I'm wondering what's the next update's going to be. So now bug fixes seem to be on the table. A lot of them, actually. So it fixes the cases where invalid characters could cause saves to fail to load. Now, interesting. Now, I did have about 6 times where it failed to load for me yesterday. Fixes the base restoration failing mission. Man, that was covered in the I think the PlayStation version too, for the legacy bases. That was a big part of it. Like, so it's like that's kind of cool. That like PC seems like they got their own additional patch, or maybe there's more additional work that needs to be done. So if you're a PC user and you're like, hey, no, you know, that didn't really fix it, there is other finite details that go into it. Because I know like they were talked about like where the ladders weren't really like lined up, and like the situation where like doors weren't really coming over, but that's like kind of something where you can nominally grow back. And is especially if you have the blueprint analyzer now available to you, you can actually sit there and fix those situations and build. So it fixed an issue, as we speak about, with players not know the blueprint analyzer after upgrading their save. So, you know, when you upgrade your base, it wasn't available, so you couldn't really utilize that. So it's like, and you weren't able to utilize the blueprint analyzer to its full extent. So not cool. Fixed an issue where players would not know the freighter fuel blueprint if they undertook the fleet tutorial in the multiplayer. So that was another confusing conundrum where people were not able to actually utilize their freighters to their full maximum. So there's your fix. for that. Now I'm going to look towards 1.2 to see what they've upgraded past that, which is kind of cool that they put them out in so fast succession. So you have fixed in a number of issues with the Galactic Commission missions that involve freighters. Now I am not aware of that because I have not even gotten into that. So if that is something that you're drive in No Man's Sky and NMS, then drop a comment. I would definitely like to know what that I guess what that entails, like what is next, like for like everyone else in the user like platforms past PC that aren't on the stream of Steam. Now looking at fixed an issue where okay, that was weird, like the audio cut out for a split second. Let's see here. Fixed an issue where did I forget to read the blueprint where the living glass recipe after upgrading their saves? Yes, I did. I don't think I covered that. So there you go. The living glass is now finally back. You can finally grow your plants. Fixed a number of issues where the Galactic Commission is where I left off. So it fixed an issue where the players would not see their ship docked aboard the freighter when loading. So the next issue. Now that would be crazy. You'd be stranded. Not cool. Next is fixed an issue where players would see multiple ships docked on the same landing pad when loading. So there goes the missing one. They went from one transdimensional like dock to another. So, you know, they're just compressing it somewhere. Fixed an issue where freighters bridge would unload after accepting a mission from the Galactic Commission terminal. Wow, that sounds really annoying, actually. Fix an issue where players were jettisoned into space after warping aboard another player's freighter. Now, I heard about that one, and I want to see that. Please, for the love of all that's humane, if someone that has watched this video and come this far in the video has had that happen, please tag your freaking clip of that here. I would love to see that. Like, seriously, that sounds like allbomb.com is like someone just jettisoned 2001 Space Odyssey into the freaking vacuum of space. But moving on. Fix a number of texture bugs and fix a number of incorrect prices. There you go, and that is your breakdown for the 0.1 version of the 0.52 variable of the 1.52s. So let's go ahead and rewind. Go ahead and read and see what the 0.2 is. Now 1.52.2 is a little bit slower than what you would think because there's just emerging a little bit. We released the second half of the hot fix patch of the PC today, and the 1.52.2, which addresses an uncommon but important issue, as includes some improvements will be rolling out their fixes into the platforms as soon as possible. So it's basically going to be able to detail what you need. So hit them up right now. They're working on this and diligently. It fixed an issue where freighter expansions where under very specific circumstances a certain pattern of loading and reloading within a limited time frame could cause saves not to load. Fix this. Oh wow. Oh my. Improve the texturing translation, especially for Japanese. So konnichiwa for all of the Japanese viewers out there that I have in my community. You have now a hot fix that works and critiques to you, so I'm glad that I was able to bring that to you if you were therefore watching. Thank you, and or future subscribers to the MacGyver 7 channel, as M7 News concludes what we have just basically done there. So we're back now. As I load in No Man's Sky for a split second, I'm going to go ahead and close down the hotfix portions of what's going down. That didn't seem good. $808, not too bad. Okay. Now hopefully, with any luck, this will load pretty quick. And if it loads pretty quick, then we should be pretty simplistically able to just go past what we're supposed to do. Because I noticed the loading sometimes can be a little longer than normal nowadays. But it's not too bad. It's pretty cheers.com, I suppose, in certain areas. Now, that was kind of a cool, nice conclusion of patch notes. It all burrowed down in like less than 15 minutes. So maybe we can close this up in 20 minutes. I really want to just look at my base and see how that looks as the, I guess, situation rolls out. Alright, cool. So we're here. This is my toxic planet. No, it crashed. It didn't fix it. Come on. CE-34878 dash suggested problems report. Still crashing. Now, cool thing is now, since I'm actually live streaming this, we can go ahead and, since this is not on Twitch, showcase a really quick situation. Now, I sent off that situation really fast. Let me go ahead and turn down my volume real quick. There we are. And with that being said, now I can reset the PlayStation. It may be that the new patch is just something that's a hot mess. It's a hot fix. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and turn off the PlayStation. Or no, we can do reset. Reset should be fine. But this is cool. This showcases that it failed. So very interesting. Alright, should be rebooting in right about now. And cool thing is I can actually SEO that now. So it failed. Because it definitely did. It failed. Alright, let's go ahead and go to start mode. Since now it's actually gotten this situationable point, let's go ahead. It says installed. Yay. I sure hope so, buddy. Yay. Update file. So maybe that was something that needed to be reset. I'm hoping that's the case here. Alright, let me go ahead and load this in, because like right now I notice the sound isn't booted in, but if it loads properly, then I can boot the sound in and we'll be fine. Hopefully. Okay, seems like it's good so far. I'm gonna let it load for a split second. Let's see here. Failed save. Um, Crashing. Bug fix. Alright, cool. There we go. Because this one's actually pretty big. The minute I turn it, like just crashes. The fuck? Report. Man, every single time. That's so ridiculous. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and load that in because it's going to take a second. Trying to come up with a perfect SEO for this while live. Here, NMS. Okay, cool. I see that we're back. Let me turn the opposite way. Maybe that might work. My Iron Man character crashes. Damn it, dude! This is not cool. This is not fun. Fuck you. Like seriously, update. Please work. Oh man, suggested actions. It already updated. You're a jerk. Oh my gosh. No Man's Sky, help me. Alright, I think I figured out what I'll do. I'm gonna incorporate that code in there. Because if it crashes again. Last time I got up to like 6 crashes and then somehow like it just resorted back to the last save or some shit like that. Woo! Alright, hopefully it loads. I'm not even gonna mess with the music. Okay, that's a good start. Get to my base. Please don't crash. Oh. Okay, it still looks as horrible as it did last time. Like the mountain's taking over again. Shit. No Man's Sky, help me. Oh, Sean Murray. This is ridiculous, but it's hilarious at the same exact time. Okay, well at least I got it to like somewhat save. As you can see, I'm like building like, you know, the fifth wonder of the world. Mount Sean Murray. Going to rival this. You see the ladder right there. We're gonna build that to the top. There's gonna be like some, you know, huge ass light that shoots out of it like the Luxor. You know, an alien casino where you can meet Iron Man. Anyways, it seems like I was able to finagle it to work. You definitely do have to like try to get to the base. Seems like really fast. It'll kind of like help aid it until they fix this, because I'm hoping with 1.52, since that's new, then once they roll it out to all systems with 1.52.1, we will see a huge growth with the 1.52 genres of updates. Because if they broke it into mini ones, then that means they're hot fixes. So they'll be critiquing to certain issues. So I'm going to go ahead and slam that code inside of there, and then go ahead and end the stream. That way I can really get down to the point of digesting this past the patch, because I still have to do some like Detroit Become Human patch and see what that's all about. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Like, hopefully everyone, if you're on PlayStation 4 side and you've had this issue, or PC side, drop a comment, because it seems like I just proved that it failed right now. But yeah, I'll see you guys in